Hello, fools. Mizzah T here from the Mizzah T Show, here to deliver details about Nintendo directly to you, Pretendos. Now, Mizzah T don't use the term Pretendo with any hostile intent. Well, at least not this time or in this direct. In this case, this is for fools who call themselves Nintendo fans but seem to lack knowledge about Nintendo common practices or understanding of how Nintendo works. Recently, Nintendo released a more fleshed out trailer for the upcoming Super Mario 3D World. And this new trailer has proved an effective device to expose Pretendos. I was asked a question for my tea bag a few weeks ago about which game on Wii U I was most excited for. And this was what I said, fools. Mr. Furious asks, "Sup, Mr. T? This is Furious Francis of PlayerSS.com. And I wanted to ask you, what is your most anticipated game of 2013 on Wii U? To answer your question, and I thought long and hard about it, Mr. T has decided Super Mario 3D World. But I ultimately decided on Super Mario 3D World because I'm almost 100% sure about many aspects of this game, like super tight controls and the fun factor and the overall enjoyment. But I know there'll be other gameplay surprises having to do with still unannounced power-up suits. And having that quirkiness of Super Mario Bros. 2 realized in a 3D game. Everyone's unique abilities on display in that frog suit in 3D. I mean, come on, fools. But for me, Mario 3D World has me most excited from what I expect from a 3D Mario game, but also what secrets and new gameplay mechanics that I expect Nintendo EAD to bring to this game. So yeah, it's Mario 3D World for me, fools. Super Mario 3D World was my choice, and I decided on that game based on the strength, and I quote strength, of that E3 trailer. Why? Well, some fools will say it's because I'm a Nintendo and I'll buy anything with Mario in the title. But here is the non-Nintendo hating reason I picked Super Mario 3D World. Because it's the first 3D Mario game on Nintendo's new console. And oh yeah, it's being developed by EAD. You think that team was just gonna sit back and pump out an upscale 3DS game? Are you fools serious? All EAD does, and has done for decades, is pump out masterpieces. This ain't the Mario Party team, fools. It's the Super Mario Bros., Super Mario World, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy team here, working on their flagship title for the Wii U. If you're a Nintendo fan as you say, you should know better. Why did Mizzah T know better? Because Mizzah T knows Nintendo, fools. I've been a fan for damn near 3 decades. I'm not surprised or upset about release delays. I'm used to them, and I know the game will benefit from the delay, from my experience. I don't get upset when Nintendo doesn't show everything they are working on all in one big shot, because I know how secretive Nintendo has always been. And I know they have a good reason for being so secretive. Nintendo creates, competition mocks, but then imitates. But hey, I had the luxury of growing up with the Nintendo way as the dominant way in the industry, so that's why I use the term Pretendo lightly here. Mr. T is always shocked and surprised and very happy when he sees Nintendo fans that are 25 years old or younger, because you didn't grow up in that dominant Nintendo era. You were forged in the aftermath when the competition was able to dictate to the industry that Nintendo is for kids, or they are too old-fashioned and you are too old and too cool to play on Nintendo. You need a video game console that plays CDs and DVDs, and you should feel insecure about playing games with vibrant colors. You're a big boy now. And through all that nonsense from the Dude Bro software company or the consumer electronics company and what the gaming media and industry were telling you, you were still able to become a fan of Nintendo. That makes Mr. T proud, and I don't take that for granted about you. Especially if you're 19 or 20 and your first console was an N64 or a GameCube. I'm amazed. You didn't turn your back on Nintendo from industry and peer pressure, and you still managed to have Nintendo as your favorite. I appreciate the mental fortitude and the ability to buck trends and fads and decide even through ridicule that Nintendo is your favorite. So when I still call you a Pretendo through all of that, it is because I want to make you a better Nintendo fan. I want you to have the same knowledge about Nintendo as I do. It's supposed to be a teachable moment. So I guess I saw things in that E3 trailer that you missed because of what I know about Nintendo and what you don't. I saw the creativity in that cat suit. I heard about the return of the frog suit I saw a return to creativity of Super Mario Bros. 2. I heard that there were still unannounced power-ups that I believe, from what I know about EAD, would be incorporated with ideas from Super Mario Bros. 2, 3, and Super Mario World, possibly Super Mario 64, and the Galaxy games as well. And my knowledge of Nintendo beyond yours told me that there were way more things about this game that Nintendo was keeping under wraps until near the game's release. Why? Because that's what Nintendo does. They've always done that, especially with the Mario games. I have the knowledge of experience. Listen to what I say here about when I first realized I was a gamer. I think the main reason N64 is my all-time favorite console is because it's the time I became self-identified as a gamer. I got my first job around the time when it came out, and I had my own money and I could buy what I wanted. I didn't have to beg Mama T or Grandmama T for a new game. I was a gamer with income, and I could simply go out and buy what I want. This was around the time I wanted to know more about video games beyond just buying and playing them. I wanted to know about the people who made them and what were their inspirations and motivation. And so I happened along a book called Game Over, Press Start to Continue by David Sheff. This book gives a detailed account of Nintendo's history and just what they had to deal with when they came to America trying to resurrect the dead video game industry. It tells why they are so secretive, why they feel the need to delay games. It tells you why they are the way they are and why they do what they do. And that won't change, no matter how many haters or pretendos cry. Buy this book, fools. Read this book, fools. Then you'll understand the Nintendo way, maybe. And then you won't have to pretend that Super Mario 3D World doesn't have you super excited now with the new trailer. You won't have to feel like you have to save face because you made statements before about the game looking underwhelming and looking like Super Mario 3D Land from the E3 trailer. And you can finally give the game its due credit. Then you can fully graduate to full Nintendo fan status from just being a pretendo. I'm Mizzah T, and this has been a Pretendo Direct. Arigato, fools. Oh yeah, one more thing. Play Nintendo, fools.